Welcome to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias, joined on the camera by senior Ashley Thomas for this last sectional game of the year. The rivalry is alive and well here. Your Upper St. Clair Panthers, who have secured second place in the section, will play their rivals to the north, reigning Whippeal champions. They've sewn up the section conference championship this year, Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Blue Devils are unbeaten in section play. They've won all their games this year with the exception of one. It was a non-Whippeal game. And Coach Joey Davis got them pointed true north against Danny Holzer's Panthers, who are coming to this contest 17-3. A fine season of their own. They've lost two games in this section. They lost at Mount Lebanon on the first go-round, and then they lost at home in overtime to Peters Township. 30 seconds in, turnover aside, and we settle into a February 4th. It's raining outside. What's the temperature outside? 50 degrees? Packed house here. Big boy Landon Roush uses the left side of the rim. They're up 2-zip. Beach night student section. Looks like a blackout there by Lebo. They're down to our left. St. Clair turns them over. They find a tall tree, Landon Roush. He can't finish around the rim. Gets his own rebound, finds the quarterback, Dahlem. Dahlem is intercepted looking for Gensler. And there's David Pantelis, the difference maker. Finds big boy Landon Roush. He can't get it to work around the limb. Gets his own rebound. He'll make that one work. 4-0 St. Clair here early. We got a couple of special guests here we're going to get to in a second as soon as we settle in. Some amazing coaches. We got longtime swim coach, 30-year swim coach, Tom Donati, coming up into the booth with us, and his brother Jeff, longtime baseball and football coach. Jeff currently with the Upper St. Clair High School football team, and he coaches Lebo baseball as well. As soon as we settle in here, we'll get those guys going. Ethan Dahlem, Luke Gensler, David Pantelis, Landon Roush, and Andrew Casey are starting five Panthers. Andrew Casey snags a rebound, finds the quarterback, Dahlem, drops back in the pocket, finds an open receiver into the offensive zone. Luke Gensler, strong take to the board. 6-0 Panthers early. Let's see if Lebo can. Boy, that's the difference there. That's the second time he's run up and grabbed the ball like that. And they're getting a little bit outworked right now in the early going on the offensive glass. I mean, maybe a lot outworked now at this point. Big boy Roush feeling it. Can't get the left hand to work. Loose ball. Stays here. 6-0. St. Clair. 3 minutes gone. We got a lot of heads popping into that camera, but that's the kind of night it is. We're jammed in here. Casey, 3-ball, left side, off the side of the rim, gets his own rebound. Can't get the jump shot to work. And we're stuck at 6-0. Look at Pantelis. Well, they're going to have to do something about that. Here comes a full timeout from Joey Davis. We're going to go to a break. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined by Ashley Thomas on the camera. 8-0 USC. 3 minutes and 12 seconds gone in this first quarter. To be honest with you, St. Clair should be up by a few more. See if Lebo's weathered the storm. David Pantelis has picked up 3 errant passes. He's looking for more. Cat-like instincts. 3-ball gets you right back in it. It's one of their horses over there, Jake Hoffman. What was his older brother's name? Hoffman's 3-ball coming. Pantelis can't get it to work. Matt Hoffman is his older brother. Quarterback Dahlem underneath. Can't get it to work, and back this way they come. Who do you got out there now? Zach Kingseed, David Pantelis, Luke Gensler, Ethan Dahlem, and Luke Bansberry checks in, the linebacker, for the first time tonight. Jake Lepke, 2, gets a little runner. And just like that, Lebo within a 3-ball from tying it up. Gensler good for 2, good up and down action. Lebo comes out of the break, looks to press, we try to slow this transition game down a little bit. Kingseed drops a dime, lead back to 6 in a well-played first quarter. We're going to get to Tom Donati here real soon. And Bartley for 3. 13-10, Lebo on a bit of a run now, 13-12. Came out of the break. That scored these Panthers 12-5 coming out of the break. Deep 3. Off the back of the iron, can't get it to work. Lebo with the ball and a chance to take the first lead of the game. We're starting down 8-0. Lebo with 2:30 to play. Settles into their offensive zone. We got a little foul away from the ball here. I thought Gensler was going to have an Alan Page moment there and put it in his own basket. You guys remember Alan Page played for the Minnesota Vikings? Got his hands on a football and ran into the wrong end zone. He was a defensive lineman. Banbury bullies his way into the left side of the rim. 15-12, USC by 3 with 2 to play in an entertaining first quarter. Solid crowd here tonight, seeing this last sectional game of the year. It's not the last time Lebo and St. Clair will match up. A week from this Thursday, they'll be in the water. We're going to talk about that in the second quarter. (15-12). Quarterback Dahlem finds Kingseed right side. Jack Morris checked into the game. Banbury feeling his oats, taking a deep 3, can't get it to work. Too strong off the back of the rim. Couple of substitutes. Jack Moore, Bethel, number 15 for St. Clair's got some Bethel blood in him. 15-14. His mom and dad are from Bethel. His dad was a baseball player. Now with a minute to play, it's a 1-point game. Sophomore Tanner O'Grady checking in. Lebo has an opportunity to take a lead here into the second quarter. Lane Gartley brings the ball up, point guard. Right side against Moore. Moore turns him over. Finds his guard. Gensler under heavy duress. He figured they'd have numbers down here if they could break that press. That's a good call. I thought that was a good call. I think he actually could have called it both ways. (15-14), 42-3 to play. Kinksey looking to set a screen for Gensler, can't get it done. O'Grady, the sophomore. Big three coming. Wow, that's NBA-like. 18-14. Luke Gensler's hot tonight. St. Clair with their own version of the press. Here comes a three right back at you. Can't get it to work. O'Grady with the ball. Turns it over. Good job of defending. Look at this. The heck of a first quarter. After one, it's 18-14 USC. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias, joined on the camera by Ashley Thomas and special guest, Mount Lebanon swim. What's your title? Swim head coach?
Swim coach.
Swim coach. Head of the program, Tom Donati. Coach Donati, thanks for joining us and good evening.
It's good to be here watching basketball.
18-14, Lebo comes now. Let's start with what we call the fundamentals. We've had, by the way, you're part of now a very distinguished and unique crowd of guests. I've had your brother, Jeff Donati, up here. I've had your brother's former boss, Jim Render, up here. I've had your brother's current boss, Mike Junko, up here. Athletic director Kevin Dietrich's been up here. Principals and vice principals. I've had, I think I've had Grogan up here last year, and I'm going to tell you one we had up here for about 45 seconds. I keep forgetting his name. Who's the kid with the silver hair that went to TJ, plays for the New England Patriots? What's the kid's name?
Drunk?
No, a local kid.
Oh, yes, with the Michigan.
Yes. So he was here last game, and he sat in that seat. So I've had Sean Casey in his seat. So welcome to the seat. And we start the interview process the same way with each of our guests. Tell me if you're married and how many kids you got.
I'm married, I have a wife, Victoria, and I have 2 kids.
What?
Sophia and a son, Tanner.
And Sophia is a freshman at Bucknell.
Correct, she's swimming at Bucknell.
She's a swimmer and a student.
Yes.
And then your son is a baseball player?
Baseball and basketball.
And he played in this game before?
Played in the JV game before.
How'd he do? I got here late.
He did well. He played hard, had fun, and they lost. But
What's your wife's name? Victoria?
Victoria.
Where's she from?
She's from Philadelphia.
She's in Philly. Where'd you meet her?
I met her at Pitt.
You went to Pitt?
No, when I was coaching at Pitt.
Gotcha. She went to Pitt.
Correct.
And you're a teacher now, right? Where?
I teach at Seneca Valley.
But you don't coach up there.
I do know. I started coaching there when I was teaching up there, but then
So is that where your coaching career began?
It actually began here 30 years ago.
So it began in Upper St. Clair 30 years ago as a head guy?
No, I was assistant under Dave McFadden, a name from the past, Upper St. Clair.
Dave McFadden?
Yes.
So, all right. So 30 years. Give us a little bit of a kind of a 30 or 45 second walk through your career.
I came out of Westminster and I was wanting to get into coaching and opportunity came to coach at the St. Clair. I was coaching the little kids and I coached that for 1 year and then back on to Bethel Park. I went to Bethel Park for about 2 years.
And then where'd you go after Bethel?
After Bethel, I had the opportunity to go to Pitt. I was assistant coach.
And then you meet your wife there.
Met my wife at the end, yeah. She was actually working for me, coaching the club team at Pitt.
And how many years at Pitt?
I was at Pitt for 3 years.
And then where after Pitt?
After Pitt, I went back and got my degree for teaching and went to Seneca Valley, and I coached there for 13 years.
So, it sounds like swimming's a big part of your life. We can. It's not too big of a leap to say swimming's brought you an awful lot, including perhaps your wife.
It absolutely has. It's the biggest thing.
Right.
Yeah, swimming's been great and who I am.
Did you swim at Westminster?
Yes, I did.
And you swam at Bethel? And Bethel has historically been just a All-American? I'll get to that in 1 second.
Yeah, Bethel, we never lost. We were 4 years undefeated, 4 Whitfield titles, 1 state championship.
How many Whitfields?
I was at Bethel 4 years. All 4 years.
You won 4 Whippeals in 4 years at
We
Bethel.
won 20 in a row at one point.
20 Whippeals?
20 Whippeals in a row.
That's stunning.
It's the record. I would assume NA will be.
It's got to be a record in any sport.
I think it is. I think it is.
So I didn't know that. So talk about what do you think? Bethel Park is a normal, nice suburb, just like any other place is. Is it the water, or what makes something like that?
It's definitely the program. Back then, swimming was, it was the sport in Bethel Park. We were just, it was known for swimming. People would move in Bethel Park to swim.
Just to swim.
Just to swim.
Who was the coach?
Pat Campbell.
Did he oversee all 20 of those Whippeals, you think?
No, a good amount though.
Would you say he
actually has 2 of those? She was the head coach for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she comes back and grabs 2 of the Whippeals,
Yeah,
2 of the 20.
Yeah, she has one more than I do.
So you got 3 Whippeel rings at home.
Well, yeah, she has 2 of them.
What stroke did you swim?
I swim the butterfly in freestyle.
And so you go to Westminster, you swim for 4 years at Westy,
Correct.
and you become an All-American.
16-time All-American.
16?
16.
How's that possible? It's
A
4
lot of
years.
luck, a lot of relays.
But four. Oh, I see what you mean. For different.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what relay? It's called the IM, right?
It was a medley relay, free relays. And
Is it called an IM?
Yeah, medley relay.
What's IM mean?
50 of each stroke. All 4 strokes are performed in that race.
What's the I mean in IM?
Individual medley.
My wife was a swimmer at Brashear. She was the no break here. This is an amazing interview. We're going to stay. No break. Keep it running, please. She was an amazing. My wife. So we went to Brashear, and she swam the butterfly.
All right. Yeah.
And she still holds the.
Really?
Yeah. She holds the record.
Strokes to swim.
She swims it 3 times a week.
Really?
Now she's made one change. She's gotten older. Take a guess to what change she's made in her equipment.
Fins?
Yes. Because isn't it like this? It's one, both feet together,
One thing.
and then you got to come out with those shoulders.
Yes. Yeah, they would help. It takes a lot of muscle.
All right. So 30 years coaching,
My 30th, yep.
8 years. So you go 4 at Westminster, 4 as a swimmer. Had you swum before that? Swam before that as well?
At Bethel Park.
As a little kid?
Yeah, as a little kid.
So you've been swimming your whole life.
My whole life.
You still swim now?
Absolutely not.
And
It stays behind me.
And your wife's a swimmer.
She's a swimmer, correct.
Did she swim at Pitt?
She's from Pitt, yep.
What stroke did she
She
swim?
was a sprinter. She's the real swimmer in the family.
All right. Wow. So that whole process there is all called the fundamentals. We haven't even gotten to the interview yet. That's just knocking out who you are, the resume, and so on and so forth. So let's dig into the interview here. 23-17, USC by 6, 5:15 to play in the second quarter. We are joined in the booth by head coach Tom Donati. Coach Donati, how long? You were head coach here at St. Clair.
Yes, for 3 years.
What years were those?
I'd have to look at one of the record boards around here, but it was probably 10 years ago.
How was your tenure here in terms of wins and losses?
It was awesome. I mean, we were fortunate enough to win 1 Whippeal title. I think we had 3 or 4 runner-ups, and one of my special memories, from the sport of swimming is because it was that Whippeal title that the boys won here.
So tell me some of the participants.
Obviously, it's Kyle Dzinski.
Oh, no kidding.
To this day, I still remember that race he made. We won with less than a tenth, and that's how we won Whippeal.
And what stroke was he?
It was the last relay of Whippeal championship. Kyle dove in the water. We were in 3rd. When he finished, we were in 1st, and we were Whippeal champions.
Over who?
North Allegheny.
By 1/10 of 1 second. Less than a tenth. At Trees Hall?
At Trees Hall. And if I believe that we don't beat NA that day, they would break the streak of 20 that we set at Bethel Park.
Wow.
I really believe in that. That was the only time NA's lost in a long time.
So how many do you think NA's put together?
Since then, probably 13 since then.
But they're separated by this loss.
Separated by the St. Clair.
So you're defending, we can say that you're defending that Bethel tradition of 20 years through your proxy, the Mount Lebanon, at this time, the Upper St. Clair Panthers, and you defend and you force them
That's a good way to look at it, but I never thought of that.
Right, but to restart this streak now.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they're well on their way again.
And so that's your only championship as a head coach.
Yeah.
Lebo creeping back into this thing, down by 1. They're too good of a team for St. Clair to get rid of. St. Clair, it's been an interesting team this year. Not a lot of close games. They'll get you down by 6 or 8, and then they'll turn you over, and next thing you know, it's 15 and it's lights out. That's not going to happen with this Lebo team tonight. This Lebo team has not lost. Well, they've lost 1 Whitfield game in the last 2 years, and that was to St. Clair at home last year. And of course, they're your reigning Whitfield champions. They themselves have won 4 straight sections in hoops.
It's just a great program, great coach, great staff.
Do you know Coach David?
Yeah, I do.
You've got a nice program over there. I mean, it's a nice sports facility. They support their athletics. You've got to talk a little bit about your swimming pool and your accommodations over there.
First of all, athletics, we have a phenomenal athletic director in John Grogan. He supports all of us, and all the head coaches are just, they're awesome.
Right.
All the young guys.
Yeah, real tenured staff.
Really.
So you got David in hoops, you got Pelko in football. Dory, legendary. How can
baseball.
McCluskey baseball.
Cross country coach has been here for 45
And it's a very good cross country program.
Yeah, it's just.
What's the cross country's coach's name?
I'm John Blank.
He's been there for 25 years?
Oh, probably 45. It's unreal.
So we're going to talk about our water here a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, my wife swam, and I was a lifeguard. I had to swim. Here was the lifeguard test, City of Pittsburgh. You know the 500, but it was yards, not meters. Down at Oliver Bathhouse. You know Oliver Bathhouse? You have to swim in less than 10 minutes. I posted a 9.86 and trained for it, freestyle. But you could also, I was doing stuff like, they can't see on television, but what's this called when you get tired?
Doggy battle.
Yeah, doggy. You know what my wife was training me, and one of my big problem was? The kick turn.
Yeah.
I had to just touch the wall and come back.
Get a breath and breath.
Yeah, that probably saves me a minute and a half. But, so I like the water. I enjoy swimming. So we come up here, and St. Clair, of course, has got this new swimming pool. But prior to having this new swimming pool, they had the old pool, which, yeah, it's a five lane. I think it may be 25 yards. They need to be 25 yards. They need to be meters, right?
No, it needs to be yards. It may be a little shorter than 25 yards. I've always wondered that.
And I said, well, there was this talk years ago about new pool, and I got to be honest with you, I'm sure swimmers everywhere will cringe when they hear this, but I said, hey, I think what do you need a new pool for? You just line up on the edge of that pool, you jump in it, and the first one to the other side wins. Nothing could be further from the truth. As I soon found out. Now, I had some swim parents quickly correct me, and they said, for instance, would you put up with an 80-yard football field? And I said, hey, absolutely would not. So talk about the need for a lot of water, the depth and lanes, and the importance of water in swimming.
Well, when you have 5 lanes, and the only other 5-lane pool I've ever seen is on Mount Lebanon. And it's just space. And if you have 5 lanes, and you put 6 kids in 5 lanes, that's 30 kids. And now you have 8. Now maybe you have 12. So your numbers automatically double, triple. And that's, you need numbers in swimming. Then to have a facility like that, people are going to drive by and see those lights and see that pool, and their little kids are going to want to start swimming. And that's how you build a program.
So the more lanes, is it better? Is it a faster pull if there's more water underneath you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're more buoyant?
Well, less waves and deeper, and you don't have any friction. And I think this pool is 7 feet deep all the way across.
Is that good?
Which is awesome. Oh yeah, it's rare to have the high school pool. It's going to be fast. Now,
the other body of water, is that a diving well? Or is that a warm down?
I think that they're using it as both. There's obviously a diving well, a warm down pool. And I think they're going to use it for different swim lessons and stuff like that. And I just walked over and saw it, and that's just huge to have an extra pool. We're so lucky. Again, I've never seen that in a high school facility before.
With 2 and 1.
I haven't seen it in high school.
Is
but that's a little bit.
Is Seneca building a new pool?
Yeah, so I work at Seneca.
Are they going to put a diving well in there?
They'll have 2 pools. They'll have a moving bulkhead, a little bit different concept.
Yeah.
But I watch that building going up every day, and That's one massive building going up.
That moving bulkhead, is that similar to what CV has over there?
A little bit different. You know, it's a little bit different, a little more updated, and you know, you can change it to the length of the pole from 25 yards, 25 meters. Yeah, but that's really supposed to be as nice as this one is, which is gorgeous, in Fox Chapel and in Mount Lebanon. And I think Seneca's just had to outdo everybody.
So we'll have 4. Lebo certainly got a premier pool. You think Seneca's going to have one?
Yeah.
You think St. Clair has one?
Yeah,
Does Fox Chapel get into that mix?
They already, theirs is done. They got.
But is it in the mix of?
Yeah, theirs is done. I mean, they don't. They're like us. We don't have the extra pole. Thomas Jefferson just finished one. I heard it's gorgeous. I haven't been over to see it, but these high schools are building it.
Landon Roush makes it 26-24. All right, we got a minute left in the quarter. Just take a few, or as much time as you want, and talk about what swimming and the student athlete that participates in your sport means to you, and just give us a taste or a sense for the quality of kid that you've seen over the last 30 years.
No matter where I'm at.
Yeah, and but it is hard work. So they'll jump in that water at 5:30 in the morning. They'll take a shower. It won't take. They'll smell like chlorine the whole doggone day. Their eyes will be itchy, and then they'll get right back in it after school, and then go home and do their studies because.
Go home and do the work and get up and do it all over again.
And they're typically very good students.
Most swimmers are, besides myself, but most swimmers are very. It's the discipline.
They're real grinders. Swimmers are real hard workers.
They really are. I've been blessed and around swimmers my whole life.
And so we'll close by we'll do a little advertising here. You're going to be bringing your crew over here a week from next Thursday. Is that right?
From Thursday, we're coming over for the final section meet of the year.
When's the last time you because that pool was so bad here, the meets used to be held home or away at Lebo. So when have you ever taken a Lebo team here as a coach?
When I first took the job, the first year we came over here, and I think we were on the girls' side, we were able to win, but I don't think on the boys' side. So I'm really excited to come in, break this pool in. It's always a great rival. Dave and I are good friends, and it's just the kids are excited. I mean, it's going to come down to the section and all those little things. So it'll be a great night for sure.
Well, there you have it, folks. The legendary swim instructor Tom Donati joins us for the second quarter. Coach Donati, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
28-25, St. Clair holds to a 3-point lead. Could have had a foul there, nothing called. We'll go to the half, St. Clair by 3. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera by Ashley Thomas. Just missed that tip-off. The quarterback, Ethan Dahlem, snagged the tip-off and couldn't get the little runner to work. And Lebo misfires down this end. It's 28-25. Very good, very entertaining first half of basketball. Pantelis tries to get a 3-ball to work. He can't. And we are underway in a packed house here. A little sloppy play here the first minute. Dahlem. Baseline opens up for the Dolly, and he puts his Panthers up by 5. So second quarter, we had head coach Tom Donati on the light. Up here in the booth, we're joined here in the second half by legendary football coach, also baseball coach, head coach, or assistant head coach, I guess I should say, Jeff Donati. Good evening, Coach Donati. How are you? We're not bad. We had your brother up here. We call this the booth up here. We had your brother up here in the booth. Do you know what he told me? Did you know that Bethel Park won 20 consecutive Whitfield titles in swimming.
I did know that. I grew up with that.
What's the kid's name? It just went to the right side there, Blaine.
Gartley.
Blaine Gartley. He's good from the right side. Pulls the Blue Devils within 5. He had a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3. How do you explain? I asked your brother this. How do you explain a program like Bethel Park becoming that dominant in any sport? I don't care if it's swimming or softball. How do you explain whoever the architects were of that program to put something together like that?
It was a culture. Everyone, when you were young, everyone swam. No matter what your other sports were, you still swam.
And so everybody came out to swim, and then eventually they got tired, and the program lost its dominance. Are they still a good program?
I think they've dropped off quite a bit.
All right, well, 32-28, very good basketball game, but, we've often taken these opportunities during this basketball game to talk about football. So, take a second or so, or talk about what you think of number 3 out there, the junior, Ethan Dahlem.
He's unbelievable. He's tough. He's competitive. Athletic.
Smart.
The best thing about him is he just competes in everything he does. That's what makes him.
I had head coach Mike Junko up here, and I pointed to something on Dahlem. You can't see it now, but when he, have you seen? So there's a mark on his right, just above his right bicep. You know where that's from. Yeah, so you'll see it here in a second. That's a laceration that he got during the Woodland Hills game. Should have been stitched. Because a little known fact about him, he's not a real big fan of the training room. So he didn't hang around real long. He didn't stick around real long that one. And then he had a bit of an ankle coming out of Moon. Remember he hurt his ankle, or no, CV. So he hurts his ankle just before half at CV. We're at CV. We get on a bus. We come back. They want him in a boot. He's nowhere to be found. We call him on his cell phone and say, "Can you come back here and get your boot?" You know what he says?
I'm good, right?
No. Yeah, he's the whole package. He's athletic, he's tough, he's smart, he's competitive. You know what we're going to get over sometime 100 years from now, and hopefully shorter. We're going to get over whether or not someone is the right height because they have these artificial barriers put on these kids, and it's not just kids. It happens all the way through sports. You agree or disagree with that?
I mean, if you can play, you can play.
I mean, Doug Flutie, Eddie Jenkins, Drew Brees. He's another one that's in the same way. So Dahlem, he's a junior. We get to get him back out there on that pitch another year. 32-28 here, 32-30. All right, football player. How about number 11? Talk about the David Pantelis.
As good as I've ever seen. I mean, he's leading the country in receiving yards, I think up to week 6.
Yep.
Smart, physical, tough, great hands. Again, competitive in everything he does. Competes for every ball. And a great kid, too.
You see that? You see the? So he's got no-show sock on that right foot. You can see some tape on that left. He's getting over a high ankle. You know what that represents right there? That's Mount Lebanon's first lead of the game, 33-32. Lebo, which started off down by 8, has worked their way back into the lead. Andrew Casey strong off the back of the iron, can't get it to work. Ooh. I think there's a little contact there. 33-32. Lebo. So, Pantelis. Now he's got some colleges. Who are some of the colleges that you're aware of looking at him for football?
All the Ivy Leagues. He visited Wisconsin, visited West Virginia. Very modest. He's not a big put it on social media. Knee high. Patriot, all the obvious things.
Bucknell.
Bucknell, Villanova. He's got a lot of good opportunities ahead of him.
King Seed finds on cue. We're going to move to the next football player. Number 25, Luke Banbury. What do you know about that kid?
Physical,
Big,
really a lot of upside.
smart,
Extremely smart.
wants to be out there.
Wants to play. Extremely tough.
He's the, trying to think of this. So Katie Banbury is the oldest. She was a soccer player. Matt Banbury, football player and a basketball player. He's a quarterback at Hamilton in New York. And I think he's the next in line down there. And now we got another one there too in football. You want to give the freshman Mark Banbury a little time here? Oh, he was a baby. You know, I used to say to him during drills, Mark Banbury, if I was struggling to communicate with him, I would say to it, okay, I'm sorry, Mark, I'll say it in a language that you understand. Goo goo gaga? He's a horse. He's also a basketball player, allegedly. You've seen him play? What does he do out there?
He just bangs around and
Yeah, see, he's a freshman now, and he was playing. I mean, he had to play half the snaps on offense in a couple of different positions. J.B. Nelson, nose guard for Lebo. Brandon Luffy. That's Gartley for 3, puts Lebo up by 2. Luffy was a nose guard for the Moon Tigers, and he just committed to Division II school, West Liberty. I thought pound for pound was the best lineman in 5A. Played against him. So you're going to be seeing the Banburys around here for a while. This gym's a little loud tonight, isn't it? 36-34 Lebo, 2:18 to play. This game started off 8-0 St. Clair. Lebo called a timeout, and ever since then, I think the floor's just been slightly tilted their way. They've gotten to loose balls a little better. They were getting out-rebounded, but they've got a 2-point lead now, so they 36-34, 2:16 to play. Okay, so we got through Banbury, Dahlem, Pantelis. Am I missing anybody else down there? Hey, Gaither. See Matthew?
Gaither, Bartusiak.
Kahn, Bartusiak. So we got 5 or 6 players in there. Hoffman, oh my. Woo! He stayed up here for a while. 38-34. We had a Donati in this booth for the third quarter. We had one in here for the second quarter. With 1:47 left, we're going to thank you for your participation. You realize and understand we go to the fourth quarter, it's all business.
That's right.
Thanks for visiting us, Coach Donati. See you next time. 38-34 St. Clair, down by 4.
Outside number 15, Jack Moore.
38-34. 1:40 to play. You know what else I'm looking for, Coach Donati? I'm looking for celebrities over there. I can't find any more.
No, I don't see
a single one. Sean Casey. And Mike Junko. 38-34, a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Gartley for 3 off the back of the iron, can't get it to fall. Rebound taken away by Gensler. St. Clair down by 4, 1:20 to play. Pantelis finds classmate Gensler, the top of the key.
3 seconds.
Dahlem, the quarterback, works left side, gets it to work. 38-36, under a minute to play. Lebo, 3-ball coming deep. St. Clair can't handle a rebound. They commit a personal foul down here. 38-36, that's their 5th. .30 to play. Lebo probably content to hold that thing for last shot. .15 to play. Comes a 3-ball from Gartley. They're going to reload and start something again. Looks for instruction. Gets it down to 4. I still maintain Dartley knifes through. Can't get the runner to work. 38-36. We'll go to the 4th quarter. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera by Ashley Thomas. We are about to embark on the 4th quarter here. Last quarter of play in the section. And it's tighter than a tick. 38-36. Lebo with a 2-point lead. Mount Lebanon has not lost a game in the Whippeal since this time last year. They lost a home game to the East St. Clair Panthers, and then Lebo went on a tear through the playoffs, won the Whippeal championships, and they've returned in very good form this year, unbeaten in the section, looking to complete it. They have won their 4th consecutive conference championship. It's been a heck of a run. 38-36. Gensler goes left side with his right hand. Suspended in the midair. 38-all. 3 quarters in a minute we've played and got nothing resolved. In a, for the most part, I thought a very well played game. Gartley, 3-ball, can't get it to work, gets his own rebound. Finds Hoffman working around top of the key. Lebo by 2. Gensler to Roush. Roush, a big man going right side. He's fouled on the way up. A chance to go to the line and tie this game up. So you got Landon Roush, Andrew Casey, Ethan Dahlem, David Pantelis, and Luke Gensler. Fouls are 5-3. St. Clair with 5. Can't hit 2, hit 1. That's what Billy Hillgrove says. 40-39, 1-point game, 6.5 to play. Pantelis, number 11 here, near side of the screen, and an ankle injury. Cost him the good chunk of the section play. The ankle sprain was higher up the ankle than you'd want. I think the higher they go up the ankle, the worse they are. St. Clair's 16 foul. That'll put Lebo into the bonus from here on in. That's going to become a big issue. If Lebo can hit their foul shots. It's Casey's 3rd. Probably not much to be alarmed about. Not enough to pull him out there. He's in it for the duration now. But Gartley, under heavy duress, gets fouled. And he goes shoot 1 and 1. I thought he carried it coming out over here.
Thought he did too.
Yep. Gartley in the double digits has got 10. .42-39. Lebo by 3. Lebo's led by as many as 3. And St. Clair's high water mark was 6. And there goes Gensler to the left side. Gets it to drop. He's fouled on the way up. That's Gartley's 4th. Keep an eye on that. It's going to influence the way he plays defense. 42-all. We're going to a break. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Philly Elias joined by Ashley Thomas on the camera. 42-all, 5:32 to play in the 4th. And I have a prediction. Lebo's shooting from the bonus from here on in. And their point guard, Blaine Gartley, has got 4 fouls. Whatever happens there could have a big influence on the game. Gartley fouls out, or if St. Clair gets Lebo to the line and Lebo starts hitting free throws. 42-all with 5 minutes to play. Lebo maybe came out of this timeout a little more deliberate. They're gonna burn it a little bit and look for a high probability shot from the corner. Can't get that to work. It's this way. Oh boy. I did not have that ball going that way.
I didn't either.
42-all. I think that's, yep. St. Clair makes a stand on defense. Under 5. 4:40 to play. Both teams maybe a little more deliberate on the offensive side. The game probably doesn't get into the 50s. Big 3 coming. So Gensler heating up. He scored the last 6. He's got 17, 45-42. That was smooth as silk over there. Puts a charge into the student section. 45-42. Rebound taken away. Gensler gets, oh boy. I think they called Gensler. Yeah, that's coming this way, yeah. So that's a foul on Lebo. Well, St. Clair's got to capitalize, obviously, and make a basket down here. The Lebo team's too good to get away from. Gensler, Roush, timeout, Danny Holzer. We're going to go to a break. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Philly Elias joined on the camera by Ashley Thomas. Emma Freilich. I think Emma has got SAT prep or something in this building, and she told me she's going to try and get here by the 4th quarter. We're 4 minutes into the 4th quarter. I don't see her. Now, if she's here, she didn't come up. You know what? She is here. I think that's her left side. Where do I get her? 45-42. St. Clair out of the break. We're going to grind a little clock. A little too early for that. Got to attack. Roush, Pantelis, Casey, Dahlem, and Gensler. Gensler with 17 on the night, including the last 6. Dahlem had a notion on a 3. Gartley picks his pocket, comes back, makes it 2. 1 point, 45-44. Big stop there, stopping a basket. Lebo turns him over again. St. Clair now trying to pressure. 3 minutes to play. Here comes a 3 ball off the back of the iron. Long rebound taken away by Lebo. A little frantic. Another 3 coming. Can't get it to fall. Dahlem, the quarterback, goes up, gets it, and he's fouled. The fouls have been evened out now in this quarter. Both teams will be in the bonus from here on in. 45-44. St. Clair by a point with the ball. Both teams in the bonus. Single bonus right now. And here we go. Under 3 to play. Packed house. Last section game of the year. Dahlem right side. He travels. Maybe he wants to get a little aggressive on that Gartley at 4 fouls. Feels like he's got to back off on him. Lebo with the ball and a chance to take the lead. 45-44. 2:38 to play. Gartley, the star point guard. 4 fouls. I'd cut him loose, let him play. Lebo's sewn up the section. Here's Pantelis. 2-on-1. He goes up left side. He's fouled going up. Pantelis will go to the line and shoot 2. 2:16 to play. Really entertaining game.
Foul zone number 31, Andy Sapp at the line.
Pantelis shooting 2. Tell you, we're about 20, 30 people from being sold out here. 2 big free throws by David Pantelis, number 11. St. Clair by 3, 47-44. 2 minutes to play. A little bit too much of the business out there. That gives Lebo what they want, the opportunity to go to the line and score without the clock moving. In a 1-on-1 situation.
At the line is number 33, Jake Hoffman.
Rebound comes off the back of the iron. Kind of a long rebound. Loose ball. A lot of bodies on the ground. A lot of contact. Coach David wanted a call. Nothing called. St. Clair now with a 3-point lead. And inbound it. Finds Pantelis midcourt. Pantelis to Dahlem. Quickly back on the defense come these Blue Devils. 1:55 to play. Timeout, Danny Holzer. We're going to a break. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Elias joined on the camera by Ashley Thomas. 47-44. St. Clair with a 3-point lead in the ball. 1:55 to play. 4th quarter. In a very entertaining game. Dahlem, the quarterback, may need another timeout here. Turn them over. They could have used one there.
Foul zone number 32, Andrew Mason. At the line is number 15, Joey King.
That's where they needed 130. That's Casey's 4th. So Lebo hasn't hit their last few foul shots. It's really hurt them. A chance to really make this. Now, if you're going to have that kind of pressure defense, you got to find an open guy or get fouled. So now Gensler with a chance to come and stick a little dagger in, not a big one. Lebo's missed their last 2 free throws down here have been big. Remember what that wise old owl told you about? They were in the bonus, etc., etc. Landon Roush can't corral the errant free throw. 47-44, 125. In this rivalry, it's as old as the hills. It's as old as Route 19 itself. St. Clair was actually part of Lebo High School. Did you know that? And then they annexed. When they went to Upper St. Clair, they broke away. It's where it came out of. So there was Upper St. Clair, but they sent their kids to Lebo for the first couple of years, and they built the school. Under a minute to play. I'll do that on a podcast. 47-44. Yeah, you may want to consider fouling them. 3-ball for the tie. Can't get it to work. Pantelis to Roush. They're going to foul him. I would have considered fouling there. It worked out in their favor, but because you know what? You didn't foul them. You know what you gave them? An open 3. That was a chance to tie there. Landon Roush. Knocks the first one down, gives them a 4-point lead. St. Clair by 5. Under 30 to play. Gartley turns it over. They're going to have to foul again. Gensler. Keep away now. They hit Pantelis. St. Clair in a position to level this section game out. And, you know, you're going to get into a situation where that loss to Peters cost them a share of the section. It's tough. It's a grind. 49-44. Pantelis. No problemo. That's Spanish for no problem. 50-44. Biggest lead of the game, well, since that 8-point run, I should say. Back up by 7. So the game opens up 8-0, and we're now at 7. It's symmetrical. That means everything in between's been played to a push. Joey David gets to run her to work. Calls a timeout, but we're going to stay here. Nah, we'll stay here. Full timeout. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Maybe I'll sing. They should play a little music. Tom Petty, American Girl. Although you're not, interesting fact, you don't like Tom Petty warm-up music.
I hate Tom Petty music.
It doesn't get your blood moving.
Zero.
AC/DC?
Yeah, that's all right. Metallica.
Tupac Shakur?
Tupac. Biggie.
Metallica, Biggie Smalls. What's the family jacket about? Is that Lebo?
What's that? No, let's not talk about that.
It's a nice jacket. I mean, it's a nice sweatshirt.
Yeah, he wears the hell out of it.
Well, St. Clair by 5. I probably should have went to a commercial break rather than be forced to talk through a full timeout. That'll teach me. But with 15 seconds left. (51-46), 15.2 to play. St. Clair will have to inbound the ball here. Roush to Gensler. They got to foul him. He'll shoot 2. Double bonus. So the game opens on an 8-0 run. It's now 5. They get a chance to make it 7. That means everything paid between was played to a push. And you can make an argument that Lebo's slow start may have cost them the ball game, but that's why you play 32 minutes. They all count. Gensler, an evening high, either team, 18 points. Oh, I beg your pardon, Hoffman's got 19 for Lebo. He hits them both. That gives Gens 53-46, 10 to play. And Danny Holzer's going to split this series. Artley can't get it to fall. 3 seconds to play. 53-48 is your final on behalf of Phil Elias and Ashley Thomas. We wish you a good night.